Under Armour.
So whereabouts do these go? I want you to jump like you trying to get... What's up guys, Matt and Ian from the Football Boots team, and today we have probably got the most underrated football boot on the market in the Clutchfit 3.0s. We're going to give it a test, but what are your first impressions? Well, we're going to find out today, aren't we? Interested, this upper is quite nice. Yeah. Lovely red colourway. So you ready to test them? Let's go lace them up and test them out, all right?
If you were out training late, your parents would be able to find you from a very long way away.
That's a really good point. They see you from miles, wouldn't they, just because it's so bright. So who knows which brand they are?
Under Armour.
Under Armour, yeah. So they're a bit of an underrated football boot brand actually. So a lot of pros out there, they wear Nike, Adidas and Puma. These are actually really good brand. They're from America, and this is called their Clutchfit 3.0. Now it's very similar to a Nike boot. Which boot do you reckon it's like? Anyone out there? Which Nike boot do you reckon it's very similar to?
Register. Temple.
Remember the Hypervenoms?
Oh. Yeah.
Anyone wearing Hypervenoms now at the moment? Anyone got Hypervenoms on?
Yeah, Hypervenoms.
Yeah, so they're actually a little bit similar to that. Now, one big thing they offer is that very grippy upper. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
Does it feel a little bit different to other kind of boots?
Yeah. Isn't that designed for grip or something?
It's designed for grip, exactly. It's called Trivella. And honestly, all it does is add a nice bit of grip on the ball, which is obviously a great thing to have, especially when you play those shapes. And whipping the ball in, it's brilliant for that. What's up guys, Matt from the Football Boots team, and today we have got the Under Armour Clutchfit 3.0. And is it the most underrated football boot on the entire market? Let's find out in a full test and review. So when we're talking about the fit of the Clutchfit 3.0, it's actually very universal, and the reason for this is the upper itself is very elasticated. We can see it's got that rubbery texture on top, and as you pull those laces tight, they actually merge very close together. So if you have narrow feet, you can pull them in very tight together, but again, if you have wide feet, you can just keep it out as it is, so it's going to be a very universal fit overall. I want you to jump like you trying to get stuck in the air. If you feeling so late and don't care. So whilst the fit is a little bit universal, one thing that is actually a little bit different on the Clutchfit 3.0s is the actual length of them. Now these are UK 10.5, which are my size, but they actually fit half a size or a full size long. So if it were for me, if I get another pair, I'd actually go half a size down. So just bear that in mind if you are interested in these boots. So without doubt, the biggest positive of the Clutchfit boots has to be the upper, which Under Armour call Trivella. Now as we can see, it's got that arrowhead-like design on top, and all it does is add a nice bit of grip on the ball, which is brilliant, and also it's quite rubbery, as we said. Like you're trying to get stuck in the air. So as we can see from the sole plate, there's nothing special going on, mostly conical studs, but then two breaking studs on that midfoot portion. And it is so basic, but it does the job. And that's what I love so much about these Clutchfit 3.0s. Very similar to the finish which I wear. There's nothing special going on. It's very basic, but in terms of performance, it's very high. Shorty beating her face in the mirror, up in the air. I want you to jump. Jump. So a nice touch by Under Armour. If we have a look inside the boot, we can see that just on that heel where the Achilles is, there's actually some grippy strips on there, and all it does is add to the lockdown, which adds to responsiveness. So a small touch, but definitely a good one. So similar to those grippy strips at the back of the boot, you can just see how much detail Under Armour have gone on their Clutchfit, because it comes with that charged sock liner, and trust me, this is one of the spongiest sock liners there is. It actually does challenge Adidas's Boost technology, so it is very similar, and trust me, the underfoot cushioning is some of the best on these boots. So in terms of being comfortable, these are going to be top market. So we've spoken about some specific features of the Clutchfit 3.0s, but let's talk about the important performance. Now for me, the absolute main performance benefit you get is that very grippy feel on the ball from that Trivella upper. It really does remind me of the Hypervenom upper. I know I say it a lot, but Nike Skin is one of the best uppers on the market, and this Clutchfit Trivella really does challenge it. It feels ultra grippy, which is something that I like. So when I play those different kind of passes, you can play this shape, and I think these are brilliant. So big thumbs up to Under Armour on the upper of the Clutchfit 3s.
Chump.
So let's have a look at the colourway, and what Under Armour have gone for is neon coral and white, and I think they look super sharp. Big fan of red boots, and I think this type of red, which they call neon coral, is very popular. You can see it against the orange football, and it is very flash. Nice bit of white touches, but overall, I love this colourway. There is the white and black. For me, I like these ones more. So who actually wears the Clutchfit 3.0s? Well, let's go over to the Arsenal squad, centre mid, granite jacket, and here's the headline wearer of the Clutchfit 3.0s for Under Armour.
Shorty beat in the face in the mirror, up in the air. I want you to jump like you trying to get stuck in the air.
So if you're interested in the Clutchfit 3.0s, but not this specific model, then you can look at Nike with the Hypervenom 3 low. Again, very similar, arguably a bit more better quality, but obviously the price goes up as well. Or you can go to the double diamond of Umbro for their Acura Pro.
Up in the air.
So a big question, are the Clutchfit 3.0s better than their predecessor 2.0? Well, as a straight up big thumbs up, these are the next level compared to the 2.0s, and these are seriously challenging the likes of Nike and Adidas.
Like you trying to get stuck in it. Gotta get it.
So what kind of players are the Clutchfit 3.0s actually suited to? Well, Under Armour actually say they're designed for the versatile player who likes to control the game. So if that's you, these could be your next pair of boots.
Right, so part of the Under Armour video. So Matt, you got your finish. Where would your finish go on the board?
Listen to the fans, super cop, right there for that pocket there, about there. We might need to wedge it in. We might need to give it a wedge.
They're not as comfortable as you.
So right near the top then.
Cool. All right, so these from the review, the Under Armour Clutchfit.
Yep, so they're the creme de la creme, so whereabouts do these go? So if they're a super cop, these ones maybe in that pocket of cop, pretty good, very underrated. So they can just go in there. Nice. So how good really are the Clutchfit 3.0s? Well, in terms of being an underrated football boot, they are a 10 out of 10. There's no doubt about it. There's not a lot of pros or amateurs out there who wear these, but they are a seriously great option, especially if you don't want to wear the boots by Nike, Adidas, Puma. These could be your next pair of boots. They are seriously good, I promise you of that. But that pretty much wraps up the video. Guys, thanks for watching. Cheers.